Hey, folks, it's Dave here. And as you can see, I have a new streaming service, or at least I'm trying one out here. I need to make sure it's looking good here. Um, okay, just kind of keeping an eye on here. So, what ended up happening is I saw on the on Facebook on the Streamyard forum, and I guess they've been sold or something like that, or taken over. I don't know what it is, but the two guys that started it, Gage and Dan, I don't think they're involved anymore. So they got their millions and they ran. Good for them. Good for them. Um, but unfortunately, what we have here is StreamYard is basically doubling their rates, and so we have to find a new service to broadcast with. And I'm not sure why. Is that the camera that's on? Yeah. Why does it look like it's kind of weird how the setup's very different now. So I look like I'm looking off to the side. So this is a test. This is a test. I'm using this new thing I found called MUX, and it seems to be the most similar one to StreamYard. So I want to just put in a test comment. This is just a test here. Alrighty. And I want to see if it even notifies me. Okay, there is a comment, and okay, chat is now open. Everyone, test comment. Okay, okay, so that's kind of how it looks right there. Kind of neat, I guess. So let me hide that. I think you can kind of, oh, you can go right here. Okay, so you can put user in timeout and the whole bit. Interesting. So I'm just on YouTube right now. So again, there's the comment. That's kind of neat. That's not too bad. So I want to play around a little bit here. It's a little different than StreamYard. StreamYard was the best. I'm not gonna lie. StreamYard was the best. Now what is studio mode? Studio mode, giving you the ability to see changes before you apply to them. All right. So I see what it does. So it's got me on two different things here. Okay, I'm gonna take that off. I can share my screen. It looks like. And it looks like I can kind of move some things around here. Oh, that's kind of neat if I want to do it like that. So I can share this over here like that. Split screen, go over here. I do like this one here. I think I can swap that like StreamYard. Yep. So I can swap things around here if I want to. And I'm going to remove this from the scene, and then I come back like this. And so a couple different things here. Now, I don't know if I can get rid of. All right, hang on a sec. Check it. I will copy this, and I will send that off to you as we test out the new service here. Now, I don't know if I can, if my name's going to be up there the entire time. I'll edit name. Yeah, why it did that twice, I'm not sure, but I'll save that. Okay, so that's a little bit better. Banners, create a banner, layers, logo, video clips, background. I can put a background like this. I have an overlay. If I want to put an overlay on here. Oh, and look, add to the scene here. There he is. Can you hear me?
I'm on stage.
Okay, I'm not hearing you
I could barely hear you.
because I don't have the volume up over here on the USB. How about that?
Okay.
So, Ron, yeah, this is just a new service here because StreamYard just went through the roof with their prices, and
I-
so I think I
Kind of hearing like three quarters of what you're saying.
really
Yeah.
okay. I'm not sure why. You're kind of loud too. I am picking up a lot of background noise with you.
Well, remember, there's no filter that there was in the Streamyard, so it's the air conditioner that you're hearing.
Ah, um,
We had that all
no,
taken.
there is background noise reduction
Okay. Well,
in the audio
settings,
settings. Yep.
audio. It says it's on.
Really?
It's all checked.
Oh boy. Yeah, no, because it's pretty loud. So we got Sports Time Machine coming by here, very similar to StreamYard.
All right. I took off the automatic gain control. What's that
Oh,
do
it's a little
for it?
better.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not as loud, and the background's a little bit better. So yeah, it's kind of similar to StreamYard here. Obviously, StreamYard's the best. We're all used to it, but if they're doubling their prices, then this is something we can't do.
I thought that you were locked in because you were a lifetime
Well,
subscriber.
I'm locked into a discount.
Oh,
So someone said that. So right now we're paying like $430 a year.
that's I pay 60 for XSplit.
Okay, but I'm
And the
paying 428.
and the only thing you can't do with XSplit is this. As far as I
Yeah,
can set up multiple different scenes, if I change games for what I want to show, it's just remove one and add the other. So
yeah.
it's amazingly efficient, but it doesn't do this.
Well, this is what I need for the chat, is I need to have the people
Right?
on. I
No,
need to show the comments and the whole bit.
absolutely.
What's kind of weird though is because I think in the StreamYard I do have it centered now, but the comments were on the right before, so I don't know if it looks like I'm not even looking at the camera when I am looking at the camera, so I gotta get used to that a little bit.
I like the comments on the left, personally.
Um,
So
oh,
how many different things do you get to play with here for free? I saw that you were doing the football reference, so you can
yeah,
go
so I
to
can
screen.
share that to the screen here, and
Okay.
I can move some things around so I can make that big and us smaller.
Okay, there, Jordan.
I can put us over here, like that,
Okay.
like this. So there's a few different ways to do that on the stream. And Mike says he started to use Restream. I can only stream with Wi-Fi, and StreamYard became problematic. Okay, I looked into the Restream, but it looks like even on the paid plan, it would only give you an hour stream, and there's a lot of times that we do.
Oh, you and I go longer than that. I was
Yeah,
looking at the Streamlabs version. Um, I signed up for it.
it's a Streamlabs Talk Studio, something like
Yeah,
that.
Streamlabs Talk Studio.
And so
It looked cheaper. It was like 17 a month.
yeah, I just don't know if it does the comments, and it was really weird how you added people to here. The StreamYard way was so easy. It's just clickety clickety click,
Yeah,
and
I don't know what they're thinking, to be honest.
I think what I think they're thinking is that they want to just go for the corporate people, because everyone's using StreamYard, and you see these people with 100,000 followers using StreamYard. They can afford the 80 90 bucks a month or 200 bucks a month or whatever they want to charge for that stuff here. Us guys that are used to paying 30 and 40, we can't be going up to 70 or
It
80 bucks a
does
month.
look like you're looking above the camera now that I've got you on full screen.
Yeah, I mean, I look like I'm looking over here, and I
Yeah,
don't get that because my camera's right there, and
yeah.
that's sometimes. So if I'm looking at the camera, do I look good now if I'm looking at the camera?
No, you're looking like you're looking above the. You're looking at the camera, but you're not making eye level of it. But then again, I always look at the person I'm talking to.
Yeah. So if I'm looking down,
So if it never looks like that I'm actually looking at the camera, because I'm always trying to pay attention to you flipping me off and all the other horrible things. No, in
yeah,
all seriousness, I always look at the person that is
yeah.
talking. So I never look at the
But
camera unless
but
I'm doing it
but
now.
when you look up at the camera, I can see that you're looking at the camera. When I
Okay.
look at the camera, which I'm looking right at the camera right now, you're saying that it looks like I'm off to the left over here, because when I look at the middle of my screen and I look at my eyes, it's kind of weird.
Lower
But
your
again,
camera.
well, what I can do is I can do something like this. So I get rid of the comments, and now my screen's more in the middle, and so now I'm looking more towards the middle than I am anywhere else. But I can still see that I'm off to the side. It's kind of bugging me. It really is. Oh, we have a dark mode though. That's nice. So that'll be less reflections. I do like the dark mode. Oh, full screen mode.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I'm looking. I'm not liking that as much.
Yeah. No. I obviously I'm not crazy about it either. But I mean, at the same time,
The dark mode.
I do
Yeah,
like the dark mode because it's not going to reflect off the glasses as much. That's what that is.
you can find the stream I did with glasses on from 6.5 years ago. You're a better man than I, Gungadin.
That's right. Um, so I can add video clips apps and widgets,
Just don't do
logos.
Flowbee. Don't do Flowbee. We
Yeah,
got in
right.
trouble for.
Um,
Does
oh,
it
here we
tell?
go.
Does it tell you how many people are watching?
Yeah, yeah, it
It
does,
does
and
do that.
it
Okay.
says where they're watching from too.
Oh, real? Oh, are
Yep,
we? We're just on YouTube though, right?
right. So there's a different way. Look,
I like the way that the comments are displayed.
yep. So
The
that's
avatar is there and it shows where it's
so
from.
there's a couple different styles here that you can use for comments. There's 4 different
Uh,
styles.
okay, so that's close. That I
That's
like
kind of
that.
neat.
Yep.
And there's a dark one there. That's
Yep.
style 1. So there's
And
4
that's kind
different
of close.
styles.
And that's kind of close to
Yeah.
Streamyard with that one.
Primary color, backyard. Look at the lower thirds, custom.
But
Um,
you got to pay for. Have you paid for this, or are we just taking it
this is the freebie. This is the spin. Yeah.
for freebie?
So I got I got a little frame there if I want to put in a little lightning
I
frame.
feel chilly.
It's kind of wild. Um, just a colorful one there. So there's the couple things
Now,
there.
what are the limits of the free? Obviously, you wouldn't be for doing like the taping the show, for instance. This would be fine, but what would be the differences for? You probably can't record on the freebie one, can you?
I think you get 7 minutes on a record or something like that.
Wow, that would
Yeah,
be a fast
yeah.
show.
But I mean, if the price is going to be $40 or $50 a month compared to $70 or $80 a month,
You use it a lot. It would certainly be
but
worth it money wise
I'm
for
I'm
you to.
liking it, but I'm not liking it because when I look at me, I'm definitely turning away from the camera, and that's
Yeah.
something that I wasn't getting at before. I don't know. This is just a test. I want to see how it looks. I want to see
So
how
the
it
only
sounds.
thing about the because I was looking at alternatives today when I saw that the StreamYard or the Stream Labs studio, not allowed in that. Yeah,
So if I
you're
do that, a little better because I'm looking to my right because that's where we are. So
right.
when I'm looking at you, so maybe I need to put the camera off to the right. So now when I look at us, I'm looking a little closer. Maybe. I never
Um,
noticed it was Streamyard, but Streamyard was kind of in the middle. So
right, right. You couldn't do comments on the Stream Labs test studio. Was
I
that
haven't tested that yet. But
okay?
the only one I saw comments on was this, and there was one other one I was looking at. The other one was Riverside FM. I want to give them a try. Riverside FM, which is more podcasting, but I
Well, for
did.
what you and I do, that's fine, unless you can't send the files to
But I don't know if they had the comments. This one had the comments, which is it's kind of important, to
Mhm.
put those on there when we do this, so I can put that on there, and there we are, and
Who's that weird channel? I don't understand.
um, so I can do it like this. This is a little bit better. So I made it full screen. This is just behind the scenes. Yeah, I don't need to do anything crazy here. So if I go full screen, I still have everything except the sharing of when I can't see people come in at this point here. So if it's just me and you, we might be all right.
Right.
The camera off to the right seems to line up a little bit when I look at it now. I do like how you can change some of the things here, just like that.
Hello. Oh,
So, um,
well, you didn't change that at all in a hurry. Oh, look on your face when I did that. Um, does it work with the Roadcaster?
that's what I'm using right now. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so it'll be the same. You choose your audio source, you choose your video source. I think the pro mode will actually go. And see, now I'm going to move it up so I can get the banners there. If you go to the pro mode, you can actually get the extra camera. So I could probably put an extra camera on here for the overhead shots when I'm showing some things off. So the other ones I looked at was again the Riverside FM and Restream, but even on the paid one for Restream, I think it said it had a 60-minute time limit on streaming, and I'm just like, no, that ain't gonna
No,
work.
because our shows go anywhere.
Yeah,
Our shows are hour 10.
but even that, if I'm playing a game, sometimes I like to go to StreamYard and have the overhead camera
Yeah.
on and playing it because it's just simpler to set up than the other one. 60 minutes ain't gonna cut it.
No.
So it's the EV MUX, the Riverside FM, and then the Streamlabs Talk Studio, which I'm not sure about. I'm not sure about
I
that.
looked at that. That was like 15, $16 a month. Um, Now, when I'm doing my thing, I have a second monitor, and so what I can read the comments off of there. I think it comes down to try it, and it. But for when we're doing community stuff like this, it is important to be able to put what people's comments up,
Yeah.
like Glenn's there on the stream, so he can see his own comments.
Yep. Hi, Glenn.
When I'm doing a game, for instance, that's not to me. That's not as important. You can just read them.
Right.
But
And this is only a test.
for the next 60 seconds, the emergency Floby network.
I do like how you got a couple different choices here. I do. That one's kind
I
of
like
good.
that.
That one's
Go
nice and
back to that
small.
other. That's kind of cool too.
I like that. You get a little bit of animation with that one there.
Speaking of his ESPN background, little story here, because I know you don't have everything programmed in yet, so I can talk without being bombarded by harassing messages in the bottom of the screen. I was watching a you're not, if you're looking at the camera, it looks like you're looking off to the side.
I'm looking off to the left right now because that's where some of the things are over
Okay.
here, so I can.
Saturday night, you might have been playing something. Well, that's kind of an interesting background. I got watching an ESPN 30 for 30
Okay.
on they somehow misplaced the first ever live event that they did. There was the 7 or 8 minute blurb of the first Sports Center and Lee Leonard and George Grant and all that, but in their 3 million tape archive, they don't have the first live event that they did. Now, before I say what that is, would you care to guess what the first live event was on ESPN? And we're 19 September 1979.
And this was not a studio
This
show.
was an actual live event, live game.
Well, it has to be something beyond the 4 food groups there because they wanted to be different.
Well, they didn't have the rights to anything, so yeah.
That's true. Would it be softball?
Yeah. The American Slow Pitch Softball World Series. Live from some ungodly place near Milwaukee or someplace. And someone requested the tapes. No, it wasn't roller disco. They requested the tapes and they sent them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, there's the story of how they're using porta potties because the studios aren't finished yet, and they have to use their mobile truck. Michael get a kick out of this because their master control wasn't finished,
Yeah.
so they had to tear down a wall they had just built so they could run all the wires, and bugs were getting in and all that. And so it's the American Slow Pitch World Series. They got $1 million from Anheuser-Busch for commercial time. And so the first live event is between the Kentucky Bourbons and the Milwaukee Schlitz. And so the Budweiser people are seeing this and they are beyond livid that Budweiser is promoting an event that is essentially a commercial for Schlitz.
Right.
And so they do all 9 games and they had the rest of the series. So they track down the tapes to somebody's basement in Wisconsin. I mean, and he sold them back the tapes. They actually were, Mike, they were still a 2-inch quad, so they had to find a machine to play them. And at the end of this documentary, before they show the reunion, we get to watch the first couple batters with those 70s graphics of the first live event on ESPN. It just was so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were right. Good for you. I would have guessed. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed slow pitch softball, but yeah, you were right.
Well, I mean, if when you said they didn't have the rights,
they got football games on tape. They did, and they had the rights to college basketball because no one wanted to show that then. But yeah, slow pitch softball.
I think that they were showing highlights. They had the ability for highlights, I think, because they had the sports show and
right.
It was wicked 70s looking in the whole bit. But
they actually had hockey rights that first year. They did Whaler games.
Did they?
Yep.
Hmm.
But yeah, Mike, it's I forgot it's on the ESPN page. It was part of their um 45th anniversary special, something they did for that, and they just put it up as a 30 for 30. So it just tremendous storytelling, and sitting there going at 9:30 on a Saturday night. Okay, I'll watch about 5 minutes of this, and I look down and I've watched the whole thing. I mean, that's.
Hmm.
But yeah, and so they had the survivors of the softball game on, and they looked like softball players. I mean, there wasn't a svelte body in the bunch. So
Well,
I like that. That's kind of a groovy background.
yeah, it's different. I wonder if you could make your own. That had a little bit of.
I would hope
Oh,
so for that. I mean, that was the thing with Streamyard. You did all the backgrounds
yeah,
for
I can't
that.
believe they're doing this because there was hardly anybody on that Facebook post that said they were going to stick around for the new price increase. Really, and those are all common users like
Well,
myself.
that
So,
was the thing when we started doing this before. Was Al's chats with Al on Saturday night, and we were using Google Hangouts, and you could
yep,
put 10 people onto that.
yeah.
Now I read sometime in the last week that you can do that provided that you have a Gmail account. And I imagine most people have a Gmail account or certainly
Hmm.
could create one. But I wasn't sure if you could directly stream that. But you would think so since YouTube and Gmail are owned by the same people.
Yeah. I just don't know. Like I said, because I was looking at the because I use Streamlabs for a lot of my
For your OBS,
yeah,
right?
my OBS, yeah, and supposedly there's a Streamlabs studio a talk studio.
But I signed up for that, but I couldn't tell you if there was any comments or anything.
Yeah, that's the thing, and it was really weird because you have to add someone camera as a scene, and it was like it really was like using OBS, and it was just like I don't know how I would bring somebody in for that, but maybe if I
Mhm.
learned how to do that, then I could just use the Streamlabs or something. And
I'm sure it's all kind of integrated in with it because that is the flavor of OBS that you use.
no, I do no. Now that you mention it, I do see comments in Streamlabs. I just don't know how to put them on the screen. Maybe you can.
I don't. I'm sure there's YouTube videos that tell you how to do pretty
There
much
was
whatever you want.
maybe this is the one. There was one that I was looking at, and I don't know if it was Riverside FM or if it was Restream or Streamlabs Talk Studio. And they're like, here's how to put the YouTube comments. And they're like, create a new scene, capture you got to be streaming your own video, and you capture that screen, and then just show the comments. So it's kind of
Oh, like the rolling thing we have to the left up here in the studio, so it shows Mike's comment from 20 minutes ago and Glenn, and then Mike in the
no,
truck.
no. What it would be is I would be streaming this video
Okay,
on my browser, and I would just screen capture the comment on the right and paste them on here.
that sounds an awful lot like work.
It is, and you'd be now not only be sending out, but you'd be receiving, so you'd be having two streams going.
Well, that's how I do it. I'm not, when with the XSplit, I actually can run the XSplit in the background, but that's how I instead of because I know that you can do it through the phone and that, but that's just a lot there. So whether if I was on Twitch or on YouTube, it's always up on the second monitor, so I can read the comments.
Hmm.
But as far as pasting it onto the primary screen, I don't know.
Yeah. So here's
Yeah, show that.
yeah, where am I here? So I can add this to the scene. So let's
Now this is don't show me. There
let
we
me
go. Now this is the EV MUX.
yeah. So I'm gonna make that spotlight. So that's the plans there, and this is so monthly would be this, and
Actually, you get storage and
annually
like
would be that. So um,
2 hour pre-recorded streams, multi-stream to 4 different destinations, 20 gigs of storage, 2 seats.
now I don't know what seats are.
Yeah, Mike in the truck. StreamYard just did an incredible jump in price.
So you could get four. So there'd be four of us on here, is what it would be.
Now, although you're able to do 2 different, oh, you have 12 on-screen participants, but 2 seats would be 2 hosts. So I would have equal control like
Where,
you.
where are the participants, by the way? Where are
Look
you
in the
seeing? Oh,
freebies.
yeah, up to 12. Okay. 12 people. Okay, so that's fine. So, yeah, 4 seats. That must be,
So
so yeah.
be host. So if let's say you and I were doing a show together like this, we both would have the same control of the show.
Yeah, so, yes, StreamYard
Huge.
basically doubled. I think it was, somebody said it was 125% increase starting in October. Now, my contract runs out in November, but there's no way in hell I'm going from $428 a year to $780 a year or $90 a year. That is just stupid. So so this here at $40 would be close to what I'm paying now. So if you do get to 12 participants, that is not bad.
Multiple cameras, web source. What's the put the question mark over the web source? Add an overlay of web-based content using it. Oh, okay. And pretty much CD quality audio.
Yeah, record each participant locally. So that's what Ray was needing for his podcast because when he does a show, he has everybody recorded on their computer, then it uploads to them, and so they get like everyone records their own audio, so it sounds great. So you don't have to worry about going through the internet. So I
Mm-hmm.
can go to 9 destinations. I don't need that. 4 seats, everything in basic, pre-recorded stream. Um, and relax. Just okay. So you could put up a stream and just sit back and not worry about it. I get it.
Right.
But there's no limit to how long you can stream. I think the restream was a 60
Well,
minute time limit.
put that up there while we're
Yeah.
just kind of shooting
All
the
right. So
hoop.
let's go to restream. So here's
I
restream.
will say this: EV-MUX sounds like a cough medicine company, doesn't it?
So here's the restream.
You get the okay, so 720p basic graphics, 15 upload and stream. So, oh, upload. So you would be so no, it would be a 60-minute video that you could upload.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Not necessarily a 60-minute limit of what you could do, but you if um but for $40 a month you get two hosts, unlimited recordings. It doesn't say how the watermark removed even on the basic one. Facebook pages, 10 on-screen participants. Yeah, I believe, and you could just double check with that. Yeah, it's for 30-minute uploads, not 30 minutes of
Okay.
live.
So you got to go to $40 a month for the 1080p. It looks
Right.
like. Um,
And for what you do, that's what you'd want. I mean, it's
right.
not necessarily for you and I, but
Right.
for the games and stuff,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Now I'm not seeing a second camera. You know, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing
Um,
that. Joshua comes by. Hey, Joshua. Basically, what happened is our number one streaming service that we all like to use, Streamyard. They basically more than doubled their monthly prices, and so we're trying out new things like this EV Mux and Streamyard. I'm sorry, Restream. We're looking around. This is EV Mux. We need to find a new way to stream when we do our chats because of the price increase. So that's where we are right now. So this is Restream. I
let
wish
me
it had a second camera on here.
call up the Streamlabs
Okay.
studio
Um,
now. For you can this is how we use StreamYard to
so
do.
here's
Oh,
another one here,
okay,
Ron.
Riverside. Okay,
Riverside. Let's go to Riverside FM pricing. Here we
pricing.
go.
Okay, so the Pro at $24 a month.
So that's yearly. So monthly would be 29 and
Okay,
24. Okay. So
15
let's
hours of multi-track recording, separate audio and video. Okay, no limit on edits. Now, is that per month? See, that would work for what for the show, but not necessarily. No, that's not for
yeah,
Oh, and then there's live studio. Oh, hold it. There's an add-on there. Keep
yeah,
going.
$10 a month if you want to live stream watermark free in 1080p.
Um,
And that's available for both. So between the standard and that, so it's either 25 or it's 34.
34. It
and
doesn't
that's
say that there's
yearly price.
that doesn't say there's a limit though for the live
Sorry.
stream.
No, no, I guess there's not.
And again, for the live stream, that might be worth it just to
Video calls as long as you want. It doesn't say about streaming. Live streaming 720p
with
OmniChat.
basic branding, stream to YouTube, Twitter. No, go
Yeah.
back. Facebook. You can multi. There doesn't seem to be a limit there. You could, if that was something that you want to try, you could always just email them and ask.
Well, yeah. So
So
everything
the
in free
15
plus.
hours, that means, although I've never had a problem with I don't know, with the audio from my end onto what we've been doing. I don't think anyone's ever mentioned it
I need
being
the
bad.
comments and I need the second camera.
But you need the yeah.
I'm not seeing that here. Again, I haven't.
But you're right, I'm not seeing that. Okay, now do the Streamlabs test studio. See what that says.
Stream Labs Talk Studio. Oh,
And
is it one of the comments here? Yeah, Cutter. Yeah. So what's happening? Let me get to the Streamlabs Talk Studio. What happened is we're all using Streamyard, except they just went up 125% on their rates. So that's why we are here, and we're looking around at things like this. So, and thank you very much, Joshua. We're trying to be tech savvy
that's right.
for old guys. So, all right. So let me
Will
spot.
this work on my VIC 20?
I'm not sure.
Can you imagine trying to load something like this on a cassette?
Yeah. All right.
All
So
right,
let's go to now.
plans.
So here's the Here's what it looks like here.
Hit the plans button. Let's see.
All right. Take your broadcast to the next level. $19 a month.
I was looking at that, and that kind of went okay. So the Pro model, no watermark, 1080p, unlimited streaming, multi-stream to unlimited destinations, up to 11 guests.
Multiple cameras.
Okay. 30-day recording, unlimited branding. I'm not seeing, however, as you said, the adding the comments on the screen. There's
So
multiple
17.
cameras.
Yeah. So let me go to the features.
The multi-stream. So, if you wanted to do cloud-based
broadcast 1080p, I like that.
Yeah.
Engage with the audience.
Engage in real time. View stream chatting from all your I can read all your platforms and chat privately with guests during your broadcast. Learn more about engagement. Click on that.
Ooh.
Oh, you know what? You gotta. That is. Go back 1 second. That is what the streamers that I watch that do the iRacing. That is the overlay they have on their screen.
Oh, you could put the chat overlay on
So
there.
you would put the chat overlay on there.
Share your screen. Now I wonder what it'd be different than this and the Streamlabs that I use.
The OBS. I think it's that it goes up, and you can do multiple different platforms. Although you just pretty much do YouTube. I think it gives you a little more flexibility as far as
No, that's not showing it on the screen though.
Views.
View stream chat and chat privately during the broadcast.
But he has an the iRacers I watch have an overlay that they can put on their tools.
Yeah, I wonder if that would work there.
It's Ultra One plan, all the premium features. Is there pricing here? Streamlabs Mobile, Streamlabs. Learn more about Streamlabs Desktop. I bet that's what you got.
That's what I have, yeah. So, I think I have that. Everything you need.
Would you be able to do multiple? I mean, you invite guests with the collab cam.
Yeah. Well, that's something we'll have to test out.
Yeah.
Because I have Streamlabs, but I don't have Streamlabs Talk.
Oh, keep going down.
Oh, sorry. I'll go back.
Keep going. There was something that was there more custom alerts? No, it was past that. Not the widgets. CloudBot, our free chatbot, provides entertainment and moderation features to protect your chat while trolls are there. I think that you could put that on the screen.
Okay.
However, the one downside being it's 150 a year. Um, the one downside being is that it scrolls through, and sometimes when we have a guest on or like that or doing that, the, you get 50, 60 people watching. It's going to
Yeah.
go pretty
Well,
fast.
$20 a month, might be worth trying this here. So,
Hmm.
so you get the collab cam
That's one
stored.
guest for free. It's 11 for 11 guests or cameras with
That's fine. Yeah.
the
We
ultras.
never have more than that. So alert and widgets. I think the widgets is what we would want.
Right.
Um,
Desktop, mobile, multi-stream, storage. Um, there's a merge store. Don't know.
that's not a bad one though.
No, not at all. The talk studio would be what. Yeah, I mean the key thing I think for you is going to be um, able to have you have whatever it is that you show that and whatever it is that you're playing and be able to show the chat that you're interacting with.
So I'm thinking here. So even at the $9 a month, oh, that's a 720p. Yeah. So
But
I could maybe grab a pro here for no. Why is the other one 19 and this is 17?
because it only comes with the talk studio, the one that was 19 had everything. So it'd be like my X split with that.
Oh, so that had
So
the
that has everything.
Streamlabs Mobile,
That might
Streamlabs
be
Web Ultra Suite.
right. That might be a bit overkill for what we're
Yeah,
looking for here.
yeah.
It does come with the desktop. Oh, I keep going. Oh, I see
Talk
podcast editor.
Studio Pro
Okay. Yeah,
live
see that's
stream.
what that is.
Okay.
So, at some point try out the Talk Studio, see what you think of it.
Yeah,
And so it sounds like that the Ultra would be everything and the Talk Studio would just be kind of what we're doing with this.
yeah.
And Streamlabs is such a big name that
Hmm. Yeah. Well, that's I do have the Streamlabs. That's what I used for my other things there.
you
But if
use the OBS, right?
yeah, but if I could, here's the other thing too is I want to be able to put up the comments I want to put up.
Right.
Having the widget there, sometimes you don't want to put comments on the screen.
Exact. Yeah. No, that's a down. Absolutely.
So that's kind of what I'm looking at here. So if I could put the widget up, that's great. But sometimes I want to highlight a something that somebody says, so I can say here's that comment again, without having a whole stream because someone comes on and starts saying stupid
Right.
things, or
No,
if we have
I completely get it. I completely.
yeah. So I definitely want the control of that because sometimes it's just stuff you don't want to get on the screen.
You could you send if whatever you weren't going to try next. I mean, this obviously did a lot of it. Um, always email customer service. Can I
Mm.
control what the comments?
This looks pretty close. Again, this is the free plan.
Mm-hmm.
So if I went back to EV MUX
Right.
and where are we here? EV MUX. Is it EVMUX.com? It might be EVMUX.com. Yeah. So if
All
we
right.
go back to our pricing here, so yeah, so $40.
Show it again.
Oh yeah, let me do that.
So for the middle plan,
Oop, hang on a sec.
okay, for the middle plan, you get the no logo, the Pro Scene Builder, 2-hour pre-recorded streams, unlimited streams. Well, now what would be the multiple cameras?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
multiple
guess it'd be the
cameras.
multiple cameras for you, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, the CD quality audio is nice and up to 4 different hosts, but
I like how you get the 1080p right away on the free stuff. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Not that I want to
or
go 39 a month, but I do need to have the comments. I do need to.
billed
Yeah.
annually.
Also, then you
So
got what tickers here show the text at the bottom of your broadcast whenever you need it.
Well, set one up there. You're playing with it.
Yeah, let me do that here. So that's what we got here. So
I like how it looks.
primary text, testing, EV MUX, jacket. All right, so let me do that, and that's a banner.
Looks pretty clean.
Yep. So if I go to my brands again, I get the different
Does it
styles of that I can do. So there's one,
does it scroll?
there's two. I think so. Yeah. This is three,
Okay.
and this is four. I think I like two the best. I
Yeah.
like how it does that. So if I go to my banners, and if I'm gonna edit this, I'm gonna put um,
So is that a banner or a ticker?
that's a banner.
Okay.
So let me show that.
Oops.
How's that? So
I
that's
like
the
it. Yeah. Obviously, you play with the colors and all that.
yep. And it fades out. I like how it does that. So I can get rid of the ticker. I can update it, and then if I go back here, it's just like a regular comment.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't bad.
No, I'm and liking what you're doing with it.
I mean, I'm still not crazy about the camera, how I'm looking at it here. I'm hoping that StreamYard gets enough bad feedback that they, you know,
I mean, Streamyard got um, the godsend when Google killed Hangouts.
yeah,
That was
yep,
absolutely stupid for Google to do that because it did integrate with YouTube, and that's how most people do this. Um, but yeah, not for. I had the lifetime plan for a bit, but I wasn't using it, and I don't want to pay. I pay. See, XSplit. I don't think I'm grandfathered in, although for like a couple $100 or like for
oh,
$400, I can buy the lifetime plan.
yeah.
It's like $60 a year.
Well, check this out here. So, this is
From where?
Streamlabs.
Okay.
Highlight viewer comments on stream. So, 1,000 you asked us, happy to, you can now highlight viewer comments on the stream in Talk Studio.
Okay.
Highlight chat comments, okay? Um, click the
Okay.
chat bubble icon from your Talk Studio and select stream. Mouse over the comment you want to highlight. Oh, maybe you can. Hmm. Yeah, so this is Talk Studio. I'm gonna have to try that.
All right.
I'm gonna have to try the Talk Studio. So so yeah. So yeah, okay. Well, this is EV Mux again. I
Yeah,
just kind of
this wasn't bad.
this is not terrible. This is not terrible. I would love to go to the Talk Studio and get that and not have to worry about it'd be a little bit cheaper a month. It would do. I'm used to it already. It's just how do I get people on there? So,
Right.
but anyway, um, so anyway, all right. Well, that is a little test here of EV Mux. Well, we might have more tests later on today, tomorrow, this weekend as we try to replace Streamyard. Unfortunately, Streamyard is they've gone corporate and they've priced us out, and so I only have about a month or so to kind of find a new place to do our chat videos. So that is that. So back to my it is this is not bad. This is not bad, and
Yeah.
Rob comes by, and I do like how it does that. And good
They're
luck, guys.
clever.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good luck is exactly right. So, um, but anyway, so all right. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And again, this was just a test. This is just a test. So we'll be running more tests over the next couple of days, I'm pretty sure. So thanks for tuning in. Ron, stand by. I want to see what
Yep.
happens when we shut this off. So all right, we're gonna end the broadcast, and I hope we figure it out, Rob.
We'll
I
figure it
do.
out.
We'll figure it out. It's just too bad because StreamYard, we got so good at it. They added so many features over the last few years. I upgraded to the mid plan, and I didn't mind paying more for what I got, but I'm not paying 125% more. That's just not going to happen. So, all right, we'll talk to you all later. Bye bye.
Bye bye.